Alright, we're here, the third video in this three-part series about flashlights. This video is going to be more about the bigger flashlight, not necessarily the brightest, but the brightest flashlight is going to be in this video. But that's going to be the last flashlight we're going to talk about. First, I'm going to take it back a little bit and go back maybe 10, 15, 20 years ago and talk about the flashlight of choice, which at the time, everybody knew it. If you needed a flashlight, what do? You go to the car, you go to the garage, grab the Maglite. So the first flashlight we're going to talk about today, and there's only 3 in this series, is the D-cell Maglite. This one in particular is the 3D cell Maglite. Now, I don't have the halogen version, but this one right here is the single LED, and as you can see, it is super long at almost 14 inches, and it's heavy. I mean, there's 3D size batteries in here. And the only difference between this one and all the other flashlights that I've been showing you in this series is that this one has a beam that can be slightly focused. Not too much, just by turning the head here. It's got one side switch, a very long baton-like tube with some knurling on it to have something to grip onto. Now this flashlight is made out of metal, so when it's cold out or you have it in the car, when you pick it up, your hand's gonna be cold. The older Maglites that had the halogen bulbs used to have one wrapped up inside here in like a piece of foam in case that light burned out. But now with the advent of LED lights, it's really hard to make them burn out. This is why I like USB rechargeable flashlights. Anyway, I've had this flashlight for a long time. This is actually the flashlight that I was using during when Superstorm Sandy hit and we had no power in the area. And this is what I was using to light up the room. Price. You can get a Maglite like this today for about $25. There is a version of this Maglite that is a 2D cell flashlight, and the size is just a little bit shorter, and I think that might be slightly cheaper, but I don't have it with me. It's actually in my other half's car. So yes, $25. And guys, this flashlight has a whopping 160 lumens. At that time, that was a lot. But for you first responders, this flashlight came in handy in case you needed to defend yourself. I don't advocate for violence, so no violence. Violence is bad. Now, in this specific video, just for the bigger lights, I'm also going to talk about their candela rating. Candela is a unit of measurement that people use to measure the intensity of a light. So in my experience, the higher the candela, the more brighter it's going to be the further away you need that flashlight to reach. So for example, if we go back into the last video, the Seeker 2 Pro has a candela of 15,600, which pretty much means that once the beam of that light gets to 250, my personal opinion, that light's still gonna be super bright. Seeker 2 Pro, 15,600. That light was bright, right? This Maglite has a candela rating of, to look at it again, 42,533. I don't see it. I have fresh batteries in here, so let's go ahead and take a look what it looks like lighting up the room. And here it is against the wall. This isn't the star today though, so let's move on. The next light up today is a light that I carried at work with me for a very, very, very long time. And that is the Streamlight Stinger DS LED HP. HP, yeah, I'm sorry. That is such a mouthful. There's actually 2 versions of this light. I have the one that has the bigger head, but there's other Streamlights. They look just like this, but this part, the cone part on the end is not there. So the light literally just looks like that. This light is a rechargeable light, and you can get it today for about $100. This light also has several lumen settings, the highest one being 800 lumens. Now, as you can see on the box, it says that it has all these different settings. Specifically 200 lumens, 400 lumens, 800 lumens, and strobe. But I have only ever been able to get it to work at 800 lumens or on strobe, as you can see. Now, if you have any idea how I can get it to cycle through all those other settings, leave a comment below because I am curious. I literally have had this light for, I'm going to say 5 or 6 years. Features. This light has a tail switch, a rubber tail switch, and a side switch. A single LED, and it comes with a charger. It looks like this. Right here on the top you see the little charging port, and the light just slides in, down, and then in. You have the capability of mounting it like this. Some people mount it in a car. Some people use these screws here on these screw holes here on both sides and mount it against the wall. It has this D-tab looking port here. This is really clunky. Where you can either plug it in to charge it in your car or plug it in the wall outlet at home. When that first came out, I thought it was the best thing ever, until Olight opened my eyes with USB magnetic rechargeable cables. Streamlight is a staple amongst all first responders. Tell me I'm wrong. This flashlight has a beam distance of 438 meters and a candela rating of 48,000. Now that, I believe. So here it is, lighting up the room. And then against the wall. And now we've finally come to the beast of all flashlights. I mean, my personal favorite beast. I know there's stronger flashlights out there, but this is by far the best flashlight I've ever used for like search and rescue. By none other than Olight, and it is the Olight Javelot Pro. Out of the box, the flashlight comes in a box. Comes with this holster, the flashlight itself, and a special magnetic rechargeable cable made just for the Javelot Pro. Compared to the regular Olight charging cables, the Javelot Pro's charging cable is a little bit stronger and a little bit bigger. The Javelot Pro has 4 different lumen settings. The first one being 15, then 150, 600, and turbo is 2100. I know, the Seeker 2 Pro has 3200 lumens, but where the Javelot Pro excels is it has a beam distance of 1,080 meters and a candela rating of 291,600. That is a lot of power. This light has a tail switch and a side switch, one massive LED, a crenulated bezel, a nice handle, and just like the other Olights, that little LED indicator to tell you the the battery status of your light. This flashlight is a monster. This thing reaches so far, and that intensity, that candela rating is no joke. This is hands down the best flashlight I've ever used when you're trying to light an area that is far away. Really quick, let's see what it looks like lighting up the entire room. And probably looks like what my room looks like when the regular light is on, and what it looks like against the wall. Really quick, I'll show you all 3 lights side by side, what they look like against the wall. And there you see, it is worth spending a couple extra bucks to get better light compared to this thing. Yeah, you could spend $25 and get a Maglite, but you just won't be able to see as much as you would with any of these other lights. Anyway, that's all I got for this series. Those are the bigger lights. I only need one of them. If you have any questions or suggestions, again, please leave them in the comments. And until I see you in the next video, If you prepare for the worst, you'll be ready for anything.